a message so I know that there's someone here. Otherwise, I'll just be talking to myself, and that's embarrassing. Hold on. Okie dokie. I'm gonna set up in here because I forgot to set up before starting streaming because I'm a professional. I'll be back. All right. So like I say, let me know when you're here so I know to actually start the stream. Otherwise, I'm just gonna wash my hands and clean up the place and wait for someone to arrive. And also give myself a glass of water because you need to stay hydrated. Oh, hello, Mark's Lives. How's it going? We're about to start baking. And I'll show you what we're about to start baking. Hold on. Let me move the stream over. Hey there, Hotline Marty. Yeah, let's bake the shit out of a cake. So I'm making this cake. At least I'm attempting to. Have you renderer crashed? Are you still there? That's never happened before. Anyway, so we're making this cake here. Or at least we're attempting to. So when I looked up elephant cakes, I got a bunch of different thingies. Like a bunch of different cake designs, and all of them were shit. And that one wasn't so bad. Hey there, Blake Spake and Alokishta. Yeah, so most of them were shit. That one was all right. And the reason why I'm actually looking for a cake thing as opposed to having a figured out image is because I'll show you. This is the first time in a long time I'm making a recipe that's not based on this really, really old birthday cake from the 80s, which was used to make my birthday cakes when I was a child. And it's ghastly. I'm making a video, like a YouTube video, that's going to be looking at the cultural phenomenon of this cake book. But, so it was meant for middle-aged housewives, well, not middle-aged, sorry, working class. Working and middle-class housewives in the 80s and 90s to make cakes in an affordable way for their kids. But I guess if you're working class, you can't afford a decent design. So, like, this is what the elephant cake was. Hey, Anokishita, thanks for subscribing! So we have 2 elephant cakes, right? Both of them are pretty terrifying. But this was the standard back in the 80s. And the thing is, right, it's my mother's birthday. For her birthday a few years ago, I made her this cake. And then for Mother's Day this year, I made her this cake. So I'm out of cakes, basically, because there are only 2 elephant cakes in this cake book, and I feel like that's already pretty generous. In which case, we need to branch out, you know? And I found a picture of an elephant cake, which I'll show you again, so you know what we're dealing with here. And I thought that looked kind of cute. Out of all the horrible designs that tried to delve into realism in ways that made me deeply uncomfortable, this was probably the nicest one, I thought. So I've already baked the cakes, as you can see, using packet mix. And I already made the icing. And I'll tell you what, how's that for grey icing? Look at that there. And I'll show you how I made it too. Actually, no, I'm going to have to find the... I put everything away. So... Wait, no I didn't. Wait, oh, it's over here. Okay, whoops. Okay, so... Oh, you're making biryani tonight. Lovely. So I had some blue colouring here, which, I mean, I think you could always use... Like, apparently you can mix it with other primary colours to make grey. But I went all out, and I got some black food coloring, and then I put like 1 drop of that, and then I mean, you could probably just get away with a little bit of black food coloring, but I guess the blue sort of makes it a little bit more of a friendly color. But anyway, so I've basically got the icing here, and I've got the cake. The question is, right, so let's look at this design again. And this is, I mean, my cake streams have become known for horrible oversights. I feel like I should rename Let's Baking to Cake Doctor because it tends to be a lot of me trying to fix my own mistakes. So as you can see here, we've got like a round thing in the middle. But because this was part of like I will share the cake to the rescue. So it's a cake. No, I don't want a welcome gift. Go away. Jesus Christ. So I could pay $53 and get this whole set ready for me, including the template where it tells you actually, you know, how to make it. Yeah, this is for my mother's birthday. Her birthday is like a week after my dad's, so I'm very busy. But yeah, so I thought, well, we don't need to pay $53 for a template. I'm an adult. I can figure this out. Oh, I see they've used a square cake. I'm guessing that's what they're using for the ears, whereas I used a round cake. So already we've got to the exciting part of the of the stream where I try to figure out how to make this work. Have I burnt the cake? I hope not. Oh, yum. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to make a trunk and two. What is that? Is that just dust? I need to figure out how to make 2 ears and a trunk out of a circle cake, because obviously this is going to take up the whole head. And I see now, in hindsight, because I was just looking at the picture, I wasn't looking at the website, that they have utilized a rectangle cake tray as part of this. So now I'm left wondering, so what I could do, I could maybe... So the question is, we will need to be sort of done into thirds, I guess. So that way we can have a third that's focused on ears, a third that's focused on the trunk, and a third that's focused on, yeah, I actually prefer vanilla cake myself, but this is what we had. So I tried to look for vanilla because my mother's really into gluten-free cakes lately for some reason. And they only had chocolate gluten-free cake. So yeah. That's what we got. I find that chocolate cakes tend to be a little bit drier than vanilla. Anyway, so what I'm thinking is maybe if we cut this into thirds, then we can have ear, trunk. At least we'll have pieces allocated, and then we can sort of like figure things out a little bit more. Unless, like, if I like cut out a sort of thing there. What I might do is let's have a look at our lovely cake book and see how they dealt with the ear conundrum, because maybe they just are doing it differently. You can see some of the other ghastly cakes in here. I'll show you my favorite one. This is the one I always love to show off because I feel like it really sums up the spirit of the cake book. Some old family favorites here. Wait, where is it? Where's my little friend? Come on, little friend. Surely you're in the animal section. You horrific beast of a cake. No, you don't count as an animal. I guess that makes sense. Okay, well, keep going ahead. Maybe it's in the monster section. No? Okay. Look, this cake recipe uses eggshells. Imagine putting eggshells on your child's birthday cake. Oh, it was the 80s. Where is this little bastard? Maybe it's under the 4 boys or 4 girls section. You see, the 4 girls stuff, it includes a sewing machine, a sewing kit that has, yes, real scissors in it. Oh, I love this book. Okay, and we still haven't found my favorite. Maybe it's at the back. No? Oh my god, am I going to have to just tell you what it is? I feel like if I just tell you, you won't believe me that this is actually a cake. Now, we're going to have to go through the whole book. I don't want to give away the spoilers, actually, because I'm going to be doing a video on this, and we're going to be looking through these fantastic recipes as part of this. Oh, let's see. So, page 39 it is. That's page 49. 29, 33. There we go. There's my little friend. Okay, so this is a duck cake, and I can't wait. I'm definitely making this on stream sometime. I'm really excited to make it because okay, so first things first, it's got red eyes, so it's not a very social cake for kids. But then I'd like to draw your attention to the fact that it's got savory chips for a beak. Yeah, so I mean, like, I guess you could probably still excuse it. Something. It's got buttons. It's wearing a duck suit. That's weird, right? But then I'd like to draw your attention to the fact that it has hair, and that the hair is made out of savory popcorn. Why did she give the duck hair? Like, I understand you want to make a duck look like a duck, but adding hair does not, it makes it look less like a duck. You know, like that, what the hell? It is very 80s hair, isn't it? Anyway, so this is my favorite cake from the thing, and definitely I'll make it on stream at some point. Very excited about it. But anyway, first things first, enough stalling. Oh, that's right, we were going to look at the elephant cake to see how they dealt with some of the more elephant-like pieces. Where are we? Where's my little elephant cake? Oh, copyright infringement as well. When they reissued this book, they had to take out all the Disney characters. Fun times. Okay. So looky here, we don't need to worry about that because we've got the round thing here. So, but then they've got the trunk covered. So what we could do is, rather than do like the big thing that they've got going on there, we could, oh shit, I forgot to put aside extra icing for like the pink ears. Oh well. Damn, actually, that's a pretty big, I'll just fill it up with pink marshmallows. I've got plenty of them. Okay, so I could do that for the ears. I don't know, but then the trunk is going to be really piddly. I don't like that. How about that? But then that one doesn't have ears. So that would be the trunk there. My mom confirmed she's seen the book before, but apparently we never had it. No wonder I turned out to be such a freak. Yes, the poor children who missed out on this wonderful cake book. Anyone have any ideas? We need to make this cake here into 2 ears and a trunk. And the thing is, because you can't really draw on cakes, so I can't really draw a design until I've done it. Oh, I could get a piece of paper. Oh my god, Cake Doctor. All right. I should make up a theme song for this Cake Doctor show that we're doing. Let me grab a piece of paper and I'll think of a song. And by the time I'm back, I'll have a theme song. If you want to think of your own Cake Doctor theme song, then you can do that too, but I'll be back. Okay, here we go. Cake Doctor, we fix up your cakes, put a smile on your face, and we make them look real good again. How's that? That was the best I could come up with in 30 seconds. I hope you like it. Okay, so now let's go back over to my notebook where I'm trying to figure out the maths. This is maths, right? We're looking at area. Okay, so we got a cake here. So, and we need to make ears that, so that's going to be the cake. We need ears that look like that, more or less. Oh God, I'm thirsty. I licked the bowl already, so I'm really thirsty from eating so much sweets. Okay. Oh, sorry. So what if we, if we cut it into, okay, all right, let's try something. So we make a little ring here. And then we cut that ring into thirds. That's not a third. God damn. Okay, so we cut that into thirds here. Why am I doing maths? This is meant to be a baking video. All right, so we've got thirds here. One of these we can mold and shape into a nice trunk. One of these we can sort of do that. We can put a little nib in there and make an ear. And then we can make a nib into the other one and make an ear. Oh, yes, we got it. Okay, that's what we're doing. So now I need to actually make that work, which is going to be fun. God, I'm so bad at maths. All right. How do I make this so it's not just you seeing the camera? Oh, God. Life is so annoying. Shaboom, shaboom. Oh, God, I'm in a weird mood. All right, so that doesn't look good. Wait, actually, I think that looks okay. All right. Well. Ow! I tried moving the cake over with my bare hands, but it's still hot. Okay, so let's get the old oven mitt here. And I want to move the cake over. But I need to, like, get it off this tray. Ow. Ow, it's hot. Oh no. What are we gonna do? Get off! Oh, yes, I did it! I did, ow! Ow, ow! Okay, I just washed my hands. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Okay, I'll put that into the sink. No pain, no cake gain. Very true. Okay, so I don't like that you can see the. What if I put it like that? Ow! No, I just stabbed the cake. Oh, jeez. And now there's like Why does everyone Sorry, hold on. Let me get organized. I'm gonna grumble for a little bit and just rearrange things, and then okay. Why don't we look at me? That'll be more entertaining than the wall. Okay, so thirds. Wait, that's not me. That's the. Oh, we have fun together. Okay, so I'm going to put away the cake book. Clear up a bit of space here. And then. And then. Put that there. How's that? But then it's going to be my left, because I'm left-handed, so you're just going to see my hand the whole, we'll figure something out. Okay, so do we need a bread knife for this, because it's cake? Dunno. How deep should I make this? How deep is your cake? Okay, I'm doing it. I'm going in. All right. Okay. It's pretty even so far. Doesn't matter if it's not 100% even, because I can always fix it up. I am the cake doctor, after all. I've completely forgotten my theme song already. If anyone remembers, please let me know. Check out that moist cake. All right, so we got a more or less, I mean, it doesn't look like that to you. Actually, I think I might have actually gone a little bit oversight. That's all right. That's all right. All part of the process of cake doctoring. Okay, so I've made one incision here. What about there? And there. That's going to be a small trunk. Yeah, let's try that. And all right, get out, get out. One. Is that enough? Guess we'll find out, huh? I'll try this bit of cake. Delish. Hey there, myopic duck. All right. So we have our 3 pieces of cake here, which are going to form the ears and the... oh, can you see the steam coming off it? No, probably not. I swear it's there. Okay. All right, so the thing is, the steam is bad because the icing can't go on the cake when it's hot, so I probably need to let it cool for a bit more. What I can do is move this ow! It's hot! This reject piece onto a different plate. Oh God, I'm good at this. And because I'm me, I have to wash my hands every like 2 seconds. Otherwise my hands feel all greasy. Okay, wait. Did something make a noise? Did my phone make a noise? Oh, now I'm getting paranoid. All part of the cake making process, everyone. So I've moved this little fountain. Fountain? Mountain. God, I can't even speak anymore. And now what I can do is I can move the proper cake over here. I mean, sorry, the head. I can't speak anymore. You know, something really, really weird happened to me on my way home from the supermarket when I went to pick up all the ingredients for the cake. What happened was there was a little baby bird in the middle of the road. Luckily, it was like a sort of side street, but it was just sitting there in the middle of the road, just like looking, like completely facing me directly. And I freaked out a little bit. And so I stopped my car in front of it so that no car would sort of overtake me and squash it. And fortunately, I've been wearing a mask, so I took my mask off and I used that to pick up the bird, because I mean, I don't know much about birds, but I know with some baby animals, if you pick them up with your bare hands, you get like human scent on you, and then the parents are like, oh, well, that's a lost cause, and they sort of abandon them. I get the feeling the bird was already abandoned. It looked like it had a broken leg or something, and it just didn't move at all when I came near it. But when I went to pick it up with my mask, it kind of dug its little claws into the road. Poor little thing. So I moved. I wasn't sure what you were meant to do, so because you know the whole thing, you know, you're either not meant to touch it or you're meant to touch it as little as possible. So I just sort of, put it on the side of the road in grass so that it would be difficult for predators to see. And then I went on my way, called a wildlife place, and they were asking me questions like, have you got it with you? And I was like, no, was that something, are you meant to do that? That seems really weird. And I guess what you're meant to do is take it home with you. Possibly? I'm still not sure. But yeah, so I felt kind of shit, like, maybe, did I do something wrong? Like, I'm guessing it would make it easier for the people to pick it up and to take their time in doing so if you're away. Oh, the human scent thing is largely a myth? Oh, I see. But yeah, I felt kind of bad because it was like I thought, I just assumed it would be better the less I did with it. But it seems like they had sort of expected me to take it with me, which went against all my instincts. Yeah, I hope it's going to be okay. Apparently, if a bird is injured in a dangerous place, you should leave it out of the road, but still within hearing distance of where it last was. Yeah, that's what I did. I figured you shouldn't move it too far away from where it came from, because in case its mother comes back for it or something like that. I'm just going to look for a tray, because obviously this tray that I thought that we were going to use for the cake is way too small for the little trunk. So kind of hoping it wouldn't come to this. What can I use? Like, there's this other tray. Haven't caught a Cav stream in forever. Well, as the time zone's changing, again, I'll probably be doing more UK evening streams, so you might be able to catch me more often now. It's just, I work really poor, like, I hate daylight savings so much. It really messes up my sleep pattern, and I was already sleeping a bit weirdly, so it's going to take me maybe a few weeks to adjust, and then after that, I think I'll be fine. It's almost 1 a.m. here. Oh, dear. Okay. So I'm going to wash this. Is this any bigger, though? Before I even bother washing it? No, it's the same size. I would have the same problem. Ah! Okay. I just did that right in the microphone. Ah! Well, this is a conundrum, because last time I made a big elephant cake, why don't you come on a walk with me? Double them up. One of them's higher than the other one, unfortunately, unless... Let's have a look here. What's this I see? But the thing is also, because we're going to need to put this in the fridge, possibly at some point, and this is kind of bent. Oh, wait. What about... what about this thing? Nope, that's even worse. Okay, put that back. Oh, God, doing it one-handed. Oh, I ended up taking an injured blue-tongue lizard to the vet once. I hope it ended up all right. Yeah, that's another thing. They were like, oh, could you take it over to a vet? And I was like, well, I got a cake to make. I'm trying to make this before my parents get back home. And I felt really selfish, because it's like, well, you know, there's a baby bird that's possibly going to die, and you're here complaining because you can't make a cake. Life. Am I right? Okay, what I'll do, I'll make a compromise here. I'll put this thing under there. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, I hope it'll be okay. That's a massive trunk. That's not, I'm gonna have to cut that a little bit, I think, because that is a sizable prehensile trunk there. Really thick. And also the ears are kind of high compared with the rest of the cake. I think I'm going to have to like slice them a bit. I might slice the bottom because it's easier to ice you know, when you haven't cut it already. All right, so we've dealt with that problem. So, okay. You're at work? It's almost midnight here. Oh dear. Well, I hope you're entertained at work anyway. So now we've got the elephant face and everything. I'm going to slice these to make it a little bit lower, but I'll slice it from the bottom. This is, oh God, please let this not go horribly wrong. Okay, so we're just slicing the bottom there. No, don't break. There. Okay. The thing is, it kind of go like, I don't want it to be like, I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'll just shape it later. That'll be fine. It's got a little bit of a cake slice there. Okay, let's slice this one. cake. Doctor, here to put a smile on that face until you're happy again. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, okay, well. Oh, jeez. Felt what a good that did. Still, it tastes delicious, so I don't think anyone will mind. And I'll make this a little bit shorter as well, because at the moment it's too thick. That's better. That's more elephant size. I don't think we need to worry about this being... Oh, you know what? Because in the picture, the trunks are like started up there, and it was like a bit of a mound. So why don't we put like a piece up there, and that'll be like a mound. A trunk mound. There we go. That'll do. If it's proper size, I'm gonna trim it down a little. Oh no! Oh jeez. There. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Although we could probably have maybe even just a little bit more. Oh my God, I want to eat this cake. It feels so moist. And during the theme song too. Yeah, I know. Very ironic. Nobody clipped that. I'm gonna eat this piece of cake. This is oh, it's so good. Moist cake. Now, I want to wait for the cake to cool down a little bit before I ice it. Oh God, it's so good. Sweet Jesus. That is a deliciously moist cake. I'm very proud of that one. Okay, so before we do everything, I want to talk you through my options here for decoration and my thoughts. See if anyone else has any alternate views, and we can debate it in the marketplace of ideas. So, I have, as an option for eyes, 2 googly eyes. One of them is yellow, or I should say yellowed, which is even worse, because they used to be white, and for some reason it is now yellow, and no one knows why. Anyway, we could put those down there, but they're kind of... Oh, shit. But they're kind of dopey. You know, like, I feel like we can do better. We also have marshmallows. And let me show you the picture again. Wait, I don't want to bring the camera over. Hold on. This is a picture that we've been going from, if you can see that. So that is the kind of thing that they probably would have used, what's it called, marzipan icing? I hate marzipan. Well, no, I don't hate it, I just don't really like it on cake. So what I'm thinking is maybe with the marshmallows that we've got, we could make those eyes. And I also have, my mother happens to like licorice, as I found out after the train cake. And I've got these. So if I like slice this on the end and slice off like a circle, I could use that for the pupil. I'm thinking, yeah, marzipan or fondant, that's true. So I'm thinking maybe I can somehow stretch out a slice of marshmallow so it becomes ovular. And then put licorice, a circle of licorice, and then put a little circle of white marshmallow in the middle of that, and then like 2 little pink ones. Yeah. And then we can put the flower on the head if we want, but I can't be bothered. And also the licorice is going to be the eyebrows. Doesn't that seem nice? So that's what we're going to be dealing with today. So we've got a few options, and basically I've got the googly eyes there as a sort of fail-safe. If everything else fails, which is likely, then we can use googly eyes. All right, how's this feeling? It's still a little bit hot, so just see how the icing is going. Icing still looks good. I'm worried I don't have enough. I also have some, like, the original recipe doesn't have coconut, but I really like coconut and icing. I don't really like coconut most of the time, but I like it with chocolate and I like it with icing on cakes. It's probably the Australian in me that loves lamingtons. The marshmallow eyes would look better, but it would also mean putting licorice on a cake, so I can't in good conscience support that option. Licorice tastes really nice with cake, though. There's just something about it. But then again, it depends what kind of licorice you're talking about, because I know different countries do different things with licorice. Like, Scandinavia has really salty licorice, whereas I think Australian licorice tends to be a little bit sweeter. Let me open it up. Oh, it doesn't smell that bad, actually. So this is what we're going to be... We're going to have to slice those little knobs, ridges off. I need a sharper knife, I think. Let's find... See, we've got a little dagger in here. It's probably as good as we're going to get. Okay. This is a decidedly large knife, but I'm going to do a little bit of sculpting and hopefully not hurt myself on stream. Actually, no, this is going to be too much work, I think. Slicing a smooth circle. Getting rid of all the knobs. I mean, honestly, I'd only have to do it twice, so it's probably not really that big a deal. Yeah, like that looks pretty smooth on one side, so I'll just do it to the other side. I think my mother knows that I'll be making a birthday cake, because I said, I'm going to be streaming when you get back in the kitchen, so don't come in. And I normally say that when I'm streaming anyway, because I like my privacy. But given that it was her birthday, and I only really use the kitchen at the moment if I'm baking a cake for someone. The cat is probably out of the bag there. Where did that phrase come from? Did people used to smuggle cats a lot back in the olden days? And it was like, oh, the cat's out of the bag. We've noticed you're smuggling cats. Shame on you. Is that where that came from? We may never know. Okay, so let me slice a little piece there. Oh, don't you dare change shape! Oh no! How's that? That'll do. Oh, thank you for following, JK Gamer 1337. I don't know how to read that because I'm not elite. So we have this piece of licorice. I'll cut the other out when I can be bothered. I can't be bothered right now. Let's see. Is this better? Okay, I think we could probably start putting the icing on now. I'll get like a butter knife ready for that. Okie dokie. Which bit is colder? I think the ears are probably I'll remove these knives. Okay, moment of truth. Oh dear, we've already got some cake interference. That's okay actually, because we're gonna be putting that coconut on, aren't we? Left-handed Cavi struggles to deal with both the camera and the icing being on the same side. These knives, I just realized, are left-handed knives. I mean, right-handed knives. Because every time I'm trying to spread, it gives a horrible, I don't know if you can see like the sort of the streaky marks. How annoying. God, this is systemic discrimination, the likes of which I've never seen. Down with right-handed devices. So this is a really awkward way for me to spread icing. Ugh. Oh wait, that's right. I was gonna shape it first. Whoops. Okay, shouldn't have made right-handed icing. Lead speak the one language Cav is not fluid in. I mean fluent. I am fluid in lead speak. Okay, so let's make this ear a little bit more elephantish. So I'll just slice it a little bit, get a little bit of roundness, make it seem a little bit more smooth. Just a little bit more of here. There we go. And we want to have a little nubbin. Is that the word, nubbin? What is it called when something goes in a little bit? A little notch. Not nubbin. It's not particularly obvious, is it? How's this? This looks like a butt. Oh dear. Let's see what you can see. Probably it just looks exactly the same to you. All right. So now I'll cut this bit, which means I get to try a bit of the icing. Look at that. Nom nom nom. That is good icing. Okay, now cutting this is going to be difficult because of the whole camera in the way thing. And also the fact that I've already broken this piece beyond repair. Wrist cam. Shut up, you. All right, so let's get another little notch in here. Okay. And I get to have some more cake. Oh, God, that's good. Wish you could taste some of this. It's amazing. I don't normally like chocolate cake so much, but this is mighty fine. Now I will wash my hands. It's about to become a one-eared elephant. Yeah, probably. And you know what? I may as well finish shaping it entirely. So I'll get the nose done as well. So let me just check this design again to see how the trunk's meant to look. Whoops. Let's look at it together. So that's it there. And that's what we got right now. Let me put it to the side a little bit so I can use it as a reference. All right, so we want this to be obviously smaller at the end. Can you hear that person mowing the lawn? How annoying. God, no decency. No consideration. People these days, eh? And I want a tiny little flare at the end. Oh, whoops, I didn't go all the way down to the bottom. Oh, yes, I did. Let's scoop that out there. Oh, look at the little chunky trunk. Little chunky trunk from my little chunky friend. Actually, no, I'll make it a little bit less chunky. Oh, shit. Oh, that was my downfall. There. Okay, my perfectionism is going to be the death of this poor elephant. That'll do us. The existence of other people's lawnmowers is one of the biggest doubts I have about moving away from the city. Understandable. I'm sitting under a loud robot, so I can't hear it, so it's all good. Excellent. I wish, if only everyone right now could be sitting under a large robot. Okay, time to spread this icing again. And what I might do is I will move the icing to the right, so it's not annoyingly in the way, and I'll move this cord out of the way as well. Oh god, it's a little bit wobbly. Hold on, let me fix that up. Oh, wait, am I making it worse? Sorry. Okay. Just rearranged, and now everything's good again. Yeah, the cake is definitely too warm to be iced right now, but you know, time is of the essence. Trying to do this, as much of this as possible before my parents get home. Let's move this knife out of the way. I don't want to ice the knife. Sounds like the name of like a, you know, like a game show. An edgy game show. Ice the knife.
Hey everybody! Are you ready to ice the knife?
Yes! Screams the audience. But what would it be? What kind of a game show would ice the knife? It's just stupid. God. The things people think of. Let me maybe get a little bit off there. Ice the knife. Brought to you by Mattel. Yeah, maybe I should wait a little bit before doing this icing, I say, as I ice the cake. Hope you can see what I'm doing. I think icing is the thing that takes me the longest because I just really take my time with it. So I hope you're ready to be sat here for a while. I'm worried about the amount of icing that we have. I feel like it's not going to be enough to like fill in all these gaps here. Oh jeez. Cav is baking? Yes! Cav is baking. And consistently washing their hands. Because I don't want to get crumbs on the icing. Even though I've already done so. I've done a few baking streams actually. You can check them out in my VODs. Most of them have similar results though, i.e. things go wrong. You know, the same old Cav way. The way only I know how to do. As you can see, for example, the icing here is melting because the cake is still too warm, but I'm working against the clock, so I am proceeding as if nothing bad is happening. And plus, it's going to be covered with coconut anyway. that man with the lawnmower? What kind of ass looks after their lawn? Looks after itself. Just get some ducks or something. That's what we did. We got bunnies and ducks, chickens. They ate all the grass. No need for mowing, no need for watering. Perfect companions. Well, maybe we will have enough icing. As long as I can cover the edge, the edges. Because icing sort of serves a dual purpose of being delicious and also keeping in the moisture of the cake. Your mom likes elephants and your dad likes trains. What shape would I mean, my... The answer to that lies in the number of times that my mother has made me and my sibling a rabbit cake for our birthday. It's it's the most common cake that we've ever had. We've had cats, we've had rabbits. I don't think we've ever had a dog cake, but that's because we never had a dog. And, you know, my mother was kind of like, well, this is your cat Snowy as a cake. A little bit dark if you consider that you then devour the cake, but, you know. Okay. Get some full coverage here. Oh dear, it's all going everywhere. Lovely. Ah, everything that I feared. And now my arm's in the way. I'm so sorry. This must be the opposite of entertaining. Cav's arm streams, baking a cake. And not letting you see anything. Very secretive cake making. Trying to stream a little lawn mowing, but you can hear someone yapping, "Ice the knife" in the background. You thought it was a turtle from this angle? Oh no! Oh no! That doesn't bode well. Yeah, you're right though. I should have it facing the audience. That makes a lot more sense. Also gives me a new angle to get at here. Nice. Normally, I think for birthdays, I would like treat my parents to a nice dinner or something like that at a restaurant, something bought. But given it's the middle of a pandemic, we're somewhat more limited in that regard. So, hence all the cakes. Uh-oh, running out of icing. We're about to have a cake emergency. I'll have to start spreading the icing around, sharing the load. What if I just spread that piece of cake into the icing? No, it just looks silly. The whole thing looks silly because, like, the icing's melting. God damn. I got a little bump in the nose where I wanted to have, like, a nice smooth raise. What if I just get rid of it? I feel like it's done more harm than good, honestly. I'll be honest, that was just an excuse to eat more cake. Well, no, just mostly. Oh, shit. I'm so glad we're going to be topping this with coconut. God damn, that's good. Mmm. there, the Imfu Hustle. How's it going? Eating on the job, doctor. Well, you know, sometimes you're operating on patients, you just get peckish. Hey, I think the lawn mowing has stopped. Nice. Or they're just moving to a new patch. I guess we'll find out, huh? Okay, so we've got most of the cake done. I'm gonna put some icing on the top here. Just seal all the cake moisture in. Cake moisture. Just a light coating will do, I think. Doesn't need to be particularly thick if it's not being seen. Just needs to do its duty as good icing. Can you hear me when I talk quietly? Because I know my volume tends to be a little bit uncontrollable at the best of times. And I just wonder, maybe some of you adjust your volume, you know, accordingly. So then when I speak quietly, I'm difficult to hear. Okay, so that's the top of the head done. Will you have this cake or eat it? Why not both? I can hear your open monologue. Hey there, Scared Julia. Happy weekend. My weekend is already halfway through. I've got so much study to do, but you know, it was my mother's birthday, so priorities, I guess. We're making another elephant, by the way. Because it's my mother's birthday and that's her thing. She also likes handbags, so I probably could have just gotten her a handbag, but like, ugh. It's always sort of been my thing to never get her a handbag. Because, you know, just because I don't like it means that no one else is allowed to have one. Alright, so we've covered the top. We've covered the sides here. Well, at least enough that when we cover it with coconut, it's, you know, not gonna look terrible. So now we have the tunk. This should probably have been cut a little lower down. Oh, we might have to do some cake doctoring, everyone. Let me wash my hands because I've been licking my fingers too much. Get her an elephant-shaped handbag. Maybe I can make her an elephant-shaped handbag cake. All I need to do is just like put a bit of licorice on top. You know, like a sort of thing on like a, you know, a rope, a licorice rope. And then it becomes a handbag. Okay, so it is cake doctor time again. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a slight incision here. Oh God, please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. Don't break. Don't break, my little friend. Okay, I'm going to move this away. Yes! Look at that! Look at that! Okay, and I need to eat this as quickly as possible because, you know, it'll just ruin the texture of the cake. It'll just like soak through and make it all... Oh, you can't see this, but a bunch of cake crumbs and icing just went down my cleavage. Oh, what a fool I was. Don't worry, it's all fixed. The cake doctor knew what to do. just a hazard of the job. And look, now we can just like comb over all this icing. Crisis averted. Sorry, a bit of a Zoolander cough there. Merman father. Maybe don't eat like the Cookie Monster. I can't help it. I just really enjoy cake. Alright, so let's get the side done. And this again, we don't really need to cover up too much. We just need to get like a thin layer so the moisture is sealed in. I don't know if any of you out there who have cleavage constantly find that to be a nuisance because of your ravenous eating habits. It's something I fall victim to more than I care to admit, even though I just admitted that, because I know no shame. I imagine Cake Dr. Kavza, Dr. Mario West alternate identity. Yes, at least some of the cake got in my mouth. Hey there, Jeff Rob. Thank you so much for resubscribing. 8 months, eh? 8 months of pure joy, I hope. Oh, by the way, today I reconnected with a friend of mine from high school, with whom I had originally come up with the shoujo manga parody idea. And she might join us for the Nobathon for a little bit. She works as a nurse, so she may be on call during that time. But she expressed interest. So it'll be nice. Like, I haven't actually talked to her, like, on the phone. Like, I haven't heard her voice in, like, 2 years. Because I haven't met up with her since coming back to Melbourne because of the pandemic. So the Nobathon might be the first time that we actually get to talk to each other properly since I left for Belgium. So it'll be a treat for everyone. And I'm sure she'll have lots of embarrassing stories about my edgy high school years. Oh yes, I was a very, very grumpy, surly, depressed teen in my later high school years. All right. And I'm pretty sure it was her who successfully won my challenge on my 21st birthday party to embarrass me. Because there's a tradition in Australia with 21st birthday parties for friends to come forward and tell embarrassing stories about their youth. And I don't really get embarrassed, so I had put forward a challenge, like whoever does that gets a prize. And no one came forward because they figured it would be a losing battle. But she did not relent. She got up and then she started saying really nice things about me, which I don't know, if you're a long-time follower of my streams, you know that that's the only thing that really embarrasses me. People saying nice things about me. That makes me feel very awkward and embarrassed. And so she ended up winning because she's a clever little ass and apparently knew me very well. No, Cam is such a good friend. I'll never forget the first time I met Cam. You know, like, very, very cheeky. Hey there, Secret Gamer Girl! I am indeed practicing the form of the elephant. I'm making a birthday cake for my mother while she is out doing a thing. I think she's out house hunting. And I was meant to have a Russian class, so I couldn't go with them. Even though it would have been nice to get out of the house. And then the class turned out to be cancelled. And I also remembered, oh God, it was her birthday. And I said that I would make her a cake on the weekend. So here it is. God, this ear is terrible. That was the ear that didn't make it. All right. So now we've got the general form of the cake, iced and all. Cav handling praise poorly. Most of the cake looks pretty good. Thank you, Rubber Zoe. It's gonna look better once I sprinkle coconut on it, I think, which I'm gonna do now. I was wondering if I should make, if I should color the food coloring. And I was like, well, if the elephants are kind of, you know, fluffy. Does it really matter, you know, what color it is? Probably. I feel like in hindsight, it would have benefited me to just color the coconut a little bit. But that's all right. That's all right. We'll deal. I just basically wanted to have the texture of coconut on a cake. So, I've had my fun, and that's all that matters. Really thick frosting could maybe hide it. Unfortunately, that's all the icing we have. I apparently just made enough to scrape over the top. I'm thinking of mammoths. Yeah, probably. In my defense, the Women's Weekly birthday cake book had an elephant cake that we made for Mother's Day this year, and that had coconut on it, and I think they probably were thinking about a mammoth. But, you know, I'm just following their lead. Okay, so let's see at least if this covers up the monstrosity of the ear. Not really. We all know what's underneath. Sorry about that scraping noise, by the way. And I also keep hitting the camera, so I apologize for that too. I apologize for a lot of things. Coconut on an elephant is oddly fitting. Yeah, there's just something about it. Like, you know, they are fuzzy. I'll just put all the coconut on. Just like spread it around. It sort of makes, you know, like, it kind of defeats the purpose of me having made the elephant grey, though. Like, I went out of my way to buy grey food colouring. So that, I mean, well, black food colouring, so I'd be able to make grey, so it'd actually be elephant coloured. I just covered it with white coconut. Oh, okay, yeah. Why is everything I do so self-defeating? The important thing is that it tastes good, right? Right. Should I put more coconut around the edge? Probably should. It always ends up being a bit of a waste of coconut though, because you end up with a bunch on this, like, that doesn't stick. Oh, see you later, Bomb Mountain. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. So now's a time for a nice coconut rub. There we go. Okay, barely any of it is sticking, which is annoying, but I will persist. Yummy, yummy coconut today. You can't really see the artistry that's going on behind the trunk here, but if you could see it, you would be very impressed. Believe me. Get some more over the front here. And then anything that doesn't stick, we move along the line. Oh, hi viewers, thank you so much for resubscribing. 6 months, eh? Lovely stuff. Oh, and thank you for the bits, Bomb Mountain. Very much appreciated. I didn't notice that before. The good thing about these cooking streams is that I don't hear any sound alerts, so it means that no one can scare me. I've only got myself to scare. Come on, coconut. Stick to the cake. Providing my own soundtrack. I'm here to cool off after the anti-Mark Latham bill protest arrest thingies. Wait, what? Yeah, I was singing the Freakazoid song. Does Sean get any cake? I'm sure he'd like some cake, but he'd have to come to Melbourne for that. So, serves him right for not being able to get past security because of lockdown. Even though it's pretty clear he's not interested in Melbourne either. And I don't really blame him. I really like Melbourne, but I can imagine if you had a bad time in Melbourne, which he did, it would sort of put you off. Especially if you had to listen to Australians the whole time. That would have put me off. Weird how Australia has been turned into a big open-air prison again. Mark Latham is publishing an anti-trans education. Of course he is. God, and he'll do anything to stay relevant. Protesters got arrested for no reason. I mean, like, he's pushing an anti-trans education bill for no reason. Why isn't he getting arrested? Oh my God. He's such an ass. Like, he's an anti-feminist and just anti-women in general, apparently. Australia's biggest weakness is how much it wants to be like the UK or the US, and how that means sort of picking up their own little bigotries and things and popularizing them. At least we're not as bad as like the media isn't, at least at the moment, it isn't as bad as the BBC and British media, which is absolutely atrocious. Okay, so I think we're about done. Can't be bothered doing too much to help this ear. I feel like it's beyond help. There we go. Yay! Elephant! Oh wait, maybe a little bit more. Nah, can't be bothered. Elephant! He wrote an article shit-canning on New South Wales government Rainbow Network, saying we don't need such diversity and inclusion measures because they are anti-diversity. Oh my god. Heffalump. The thing is, when he says anti-diversity, he means anti-white man. Because the only one who would really be negatively affected is like cis white boys. And when I say negatively affected, it's just that they need to give up more of their space to other people, which I think, you know, plenty of them see as being a negative. Especially given that we've been brought up on the myth that it's all about merit. Anti-making me uncomfortable when we are not taught about me. Okay, so let us clean up our mess. And then we can get on to the final decorations. I don't think my parents have come back yet, which is good for me. I love that birds' rights activist tweet. Yeah, I know, like it can be applied to so many different situations. So this isn't quite the elephant that I was going for, you know, in terms of shape and things. I won't say I'm 100% thrilled with how it's turned out so far, but at least I know for next time, like I know that I should dye the coconut before putting it on. Whereas I thought it would make the grey a little bit lighter, it's actually just made it white. So now the grey looks kind of weird, you know? And also the grey was a little bit too blue. I could probably afford to make it a bit more black next time I do this. Okay, I'm risking toppling over the camera, so I'm gonna try to do this a little bit more carefully. Okay, let's move this there. Yeah, that'll do us. Like, the ears both look different, and I don't like that. I'm gonna put a little hole in the ears there. feel like that one goes in more than this one. But I'm not going to think about it too much. This doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be a cake. So I'm going to put these placeholder eyes in. Oh god, no, no. They look terrible. Does it at least taste like elephant? Oh, I hope so. You could use some leftover cake to make facial features if you hadn't eaten it all. Oi! Look how much cake is left over. I'm clever. Alright, so opening up the old marshmallows. And apparently they want me to make little rosy cheeks here. Little rosy cheek for a little rosy elephant. Those are very 3D rosy cheeks, but then maybe they're the tusks. Yeah, they're the tusks. Why did I even bother getting pink ones? Little stubby tusks. Oh, that's adorable. Look at that. Although they're not sticking. I need to get some glue. There. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Yeah, little stubby tusks. Okay, so now the challenge is going to be the eyes. So what I'm gonna experiment with these, because in the picture they were ovular, and I think the ovular eyes were very cute. So what if I make them ovular? They kind of should be bigger, really. Give them Oreo eyes. Well, I don't have any Oreos, is the problem. Sticky marshmallow. Okay. And then what I wanted to do was to oh no, this isn't gonna work. What if I put oh no. Yeah, that didn't go as well as I thought that it might. Okay, I have a thought. I've got some black food coloring here. How's that? How's that? That's not bad. That actually could be it. Oh, I am kind of regretful that we don't have that big bump there. I feel like that could have really made for a nice effect. What if I... like for the trunk to sort of like go up like that. I'm not sure that we have enough icing for it is the problem. What if I Okay, so this could possibly ruin everything that I've worked so hard for, or it could be awesome. What if I sliced underneath the trunk and sort of like made it, like moved it up there? I do not have white chocolate drops. All I got is these marshmallows. Could make a little flower. Let's make a little flower, shall we? Just need one more. You wouldn't risk it? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Cavi is feeling adventurous today. And this little flower here should distract the attention away from the ghastly ear, from the bad ear. I'm feeling a little bit adventurous, everyone. I'm sorry to say. Oh, and we were gonna make little eyebrows too, weren't we? Little elephant eyebrows. Oh, these are too covered in pasty whiteness. Can't have that. That would ruin the whole thing. Hey there, Evelyn Trumbull 67. You are not late. And neither are you, Dead Viney. I'm currently tossing up with myself whether I should try to move the trunk up the nose to give it a little bit more depth. And I'm leaning towards yes, and the chat is 100% leaning towards no. They seem rather keen that I shouldn't do that and risk destroying everything that we've worked for. But I am nothing if little Groucho Marx elephant. Oh. Okay, let's make them a little bit thinner. Looks worried. It really looks worried now. I want you to know I giggled so loud at your Groucho Marx remark, I scared my cat. I love this worried elephant, and it's going to go so well with the operation that I'm going to do now. I'm going to do it, everyone. The doctor is in. And it's possibly destroyed the cake. Needs a little bit more off here. Let's move that to the side and see what we can do here. All right. Babar on the operating table. I don't know. Personally, I think I think that's a win. Just need to cover a little bit more, put a little more coconut on just to sort of like make it look fresh. I mean, make it not look fresh. Babar's facelift. Okay, and I think my parents have just come home, so good timing. There we go. Now we just need to hope that this food coloring gel doesn't move. Otherwise the eyeballs, the pupils are going to be in a lot of trouble. How's that? Oh, I'm glad you like the flower. I actually stole that idea from the design itself. This is a design, by the way, that I was working off of. So this was a professional cake mix sort of thing, and this is what I ended up with. Which I think that's possible. Given, you know, the limited ingredients and the fact that I didn't fork out $53 for their specialized cake mix, I feel like I did very well. I'm just going to add a little bit more coconut to the sides here, and then clean it off again, clean around the edge, and then I think we're done. Oh, how exciting. It looks like someone cut off a trunk and just laid it on top of the vase, which is funnily enough what happened. Oi, I think it looks good. I think it looks fantastic. Right, right, everyone else agrees with me, because they have to. It's my stream and I can lie if I want to. Like, I probably could have done a little better job if I planned this trunk thing in advance, but like, I do think it looks better this way than just a trunk sort of like falling off the face. Personally, anyway. Yay! Do elephants wear eyeliner? I wouldn't put it past them. Okay, so here we have a nice shot of our really worried elephant cake, and that would probably, the trunk falling off the face is what I'm worried about right now. Oh, I see. No, it's not going to fall off the face. Anyway, I've got, gonna make a little thumbnail now. There, we've got a thumbnail, and then maybe we can have a picture of me with the cake. So, oh God, I look tired. Where are we? Let me remove the chat. What color is it supposed to be? It's a bit blown out. Yeah, like, it was gray, but then when I put the coconut on, I thought I wouldn't need to color the coconut, but now I realize I was wrong. I should have colored the coconut gray as well. You know, we learn for next time. So, whoops. Oi. I'm gonna hide the chat for a second so I can take a selfie thumbnail here. Here we've got the cake and it looks really worried. Yes, Oh, poor worried cake. Yay! Cheese! Okay, cool, that'll do. And I'll use one of those for the thumbnail of this video so everyone knows what a disaster we made together. I love my disaster cakes. Wait, why are we looking at me? Go away. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you everyone for joining me with this. I'm going to go present it and hopefully we'll get a happy result and not a what the hell is this supposed to be. I'll move this a little bit there. Perfect. Perfecto this. Yeah. Oh, it does kind of look like a taper, doesn't it? A worried taper. Alrighty. Thank you so much. Why are you looking at me? Go away. Thank you everyone for joining me here today on our lovely little cake video. I'm going to move. Let's look at me for a second while I go find somebody to raid because of what happened last time. I'm gonna quickly go to my computer and because I don't know how to raid people on my phone. I have got powder all over my thing and all over my face apparently. Oh, ruining my perfectly dark hair. What? Just look at the. Get off. There we go. Oh, it's on my nose now. All right, so logging into my computer, going to twitch.tv. Who? Ah, I can hear myself. Stop it. Okay. Oh, Jack Saint is doing a thing saying it is too hot to stream right now. Late night drunk stream? That goes against the terms and conditions. Throw your mother a YouTube link for me. All right, I'll have a look at that YouTube link in a sec. Yeah, sure. Let's contribute to the charity thing. Wait, he's doing a charity thing, but it just says just chatting. Late night drunk stream while promoting terrorism. I know this cannot be. All right, let's. I don't know. I always prefer to like promote people of color. Oh, the Trans Lifeline Marathon is still happening. All right. Okay. Well, what I might do is I'm gonna raid Jermaine Plays, if that's okay, who's a fellow friend on the cookout, because my first pick is always gonna be people of color. Alrighty, everyone, get ready to do your little raid and stuff. Thank you so much for joining me. I had fun making a cake. We did it. The cake is done. And there's nothing we can do about it now. Alrighty, see you all next time. And well, actually, possibly see you tonight for my stream with Sean, if Sean is going to be awake. But, you know, that remains to be seen. Anyway, see you!